All right. Well, good morning and welcome to Saturday morning meditation. Oh, good. Hello. Welcome. You can just sit anywhere here. Is there a place there? Sit. So the first thing that we do when we sit down to meditate is establish our intention for our practice. So whatever kind of morning you've had, whatever your commute was like getting here, whatever kind of week you've had, we're just going to let that go now, leave it at the door, and center ourselves in our intention for our practice. So we'll just take a moment to generate compassion for all sentient beings and make the wish that our meditation practice will bring benefit to them. And then we'll say the opening prayers. We're going to recite the 7-line prayer 3 times. Organ yugi nujansam pemage sardompola yatsin chogi ngorubne pemajone jesura kordu kandro mangpokor Ketki Jesu dak druki Jinji lop chia sheksu sol Guru Palma City home Organ yugi num jansam Pemage sardompola Yatsin chogi ngodrubne Pema jone Jesu dak Kordu kandro mangpo kor Ketki Jesu dak druki Jinji lop chia sheksu sol Guru Palma City home Organ yugi num jansam Pemage sardompola Yatsin chogi ngodrubne Pema jongne Jesu dak Kordu kandro mangpo kor Ketki Jesu dak druki Jinji lop chia sheksu sol Guru Palma City home. So the meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation or calm abiding meditation. And this practice is common to all Buddhist traditions. You don't have to be Buddhist to practice it. Most of the instruction for this class comes from Jetsu Akan Lamo's book, Stabilizing the Mind. If you're looking for a meditation primer, it's a really great book. It's very accessible and it's a very short book too, like an easy read, really great introduction to meditation. So Jetsu has taught that meditation is the natural state of mind when it's relaxed, stable, and open. But that is not our usual state of mind. It's our natural state of mind, but it's not where we usually hang out. So usually we're not in control of our minds, and our minds are running around like crazy monkeys. Or kind of like you're watching TV and you don't know where the remote is, and it's just spinning through commercials and different shows, and you're not in control of it. And Dzongsa Khyentse Rinpoche has said that the whole point of Buddhism is to have fun, and it's not fun when you're not in control. So when something has control over you, you're not having fun. It's never fun to have someone control you, and our minds control us all the time, and that's not very fun. So to have more fun, we have to gain control of our minds. We have to tame our minds, and meditation helps us to do that. So this meditation trains our mind to be calm and relaxed while also being alert and wakeful. And the point of this meditation is to create space in the mind. And having space in the mind helps us to balance our emotions. It helps us to not be just completely overtaken by our emotions, but like to be able to watch them non-judgmentally and accept them, and be able to just watch them rise and fall instead of being swept away by their tide. It also gives us time between whatever is going on in our life and our reaction to it, which allows us to live closer to our values. Having the ability to pause and respond instead of react in a situation. And this space is also the first step in the development of bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. So I'll take a comfortable seat. You can do this meditation sitting in a chair or cross-legged on the floor. We're going to place our hands in our lap, gently relaxed. You can, traditionally, we hold one hand in the other with the thumbs touching and place the hands so the thumbs are just below the navel. You can also just rest your hands on your thighs. And then check in with your posture. Make sure your spine is straight. You can imagine a thread going up your spine and out the crown of your head, and just tug on that thread to make your spine nice and straight. And your shoulders are open. Your elbows are out a bit away from your body. This gives a lot of room around your rib cage, encourages our straight posture, and also gives a lot of room around our ribs so our breath is not constricted. And our eyes are going to remain open, looking downwards. So you can imagine a line going down the bridge of your nose, down, down, down to the ground, and just find a place along that line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And then lastly, place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like saying the letter L. And allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Just relax into your natural rhythm of breathing. If you're feeling like you don't know how to breathe now that you're thinking about it, you can just let out all of your air. Do a really deep exhale. And then your body will naturally inhale deeply, and you'll kind of reset your breath. So we're not trying to control our breath at all, just breathing naturally. We're going to put the most gossamer thin attention on our breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it, just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. As you meditate, thoughts will come up, and that's okay. That is okay. When thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. Just let them pop. Don't look to see what it is. Don't look to see if it's a good thought or a bad thought. Your meditation is not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So when you find yourself following a thought, just drop it. Let it pop and return to your breath. If it's really difficult for you to dismiss your thoughts, you can imagine tongs picking up the thought and dropping it, or you could imagine cutting them with scissors and throwing them away. But you always drop the thought and return to that single pointed concentration. Return again and again to the gossamer thin attention on your breath. All right. For our first round, we're going to meditate for 5 minutes, and then we'll take a break and sit for longer. During this class, we do a few different meditation sessions. We do this first 5-minute one, and then in a bit we'll do a minute. We'll do a longer sit, and then close with a very short one. Between meditation sessions, when we end a meditation session, it's important to drop it. We wake up all the way. We're done with the meditation. We don't hang out in that like kind of meditating, kind of not. I'm relaxed. I'm kind of trying to hold on to that meditative space. We don't do that. We're done meditating. We drop it, and then you can start your next meditation session, and you are meditating. But a lot of times when people are done meditating, and they kind of want to, I meditated, and they kind of hang on to it. It's important to just drop it. And if I say this, but if you're new to meditation, it's really great to just start with very short sessions. Even a 5-minute session can be long when you're first starting meditation. Dzogchen Khyentse Rinpoche actually recommends starting with 45-second sessions and just doing 45 seconds, and then you'd stop, and then you do 45 seconds, and then you stop. So like really, it's don't worry about setting the bar too low when you start. It's really good to just start with like even just 3 breaths. Just start small, and then you can just do it, and you can stop, and then you recenter and you start again. So yeah, so that's a way you can do this too. I tend to try to make this meditation class kind of for both beginners and also people who have meditated for a while. So we do like sessions like 5-minute, 15-minute, 3-minute. But yeah, when you're meditating on your own, definitely start with whatever size chunk works for you. Does anyone have any questions before we start our next sit? Okay. All right, so we're going to sit for 15 minutes this time. So if there's anything about the way you're sitting, if you've got noticing your pants are tight, anything like that, you can adjust that now. It's important to be comfortable when we're meditating. Have a comfortable body. We're going to come back to our meditation posture with our straight spine. All you really need to do this practice is to have a straight spine and relaxed body. But when we sit formally like this, we try to have the 7-point posture, which has all of the hand position and the tongue behind the teeth and all of that. But if you're doing this on your own, all you really need to do is just have a straight spine and relaxed body. So our eyes are open, looking downwards. Hands are relaxed. Tongue is just behind your teeth. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. And put a very light attention on your breathing. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. So when we're meditating, it we're actually trying to rest the mind on the breath, which feels like you have to do something, but we're not. We're not trying to do anything. We're actually letting the mind rest. And it can feel effortful because our mind keeps trying to not be on our breath. And so then it can feel like, no, stay on your breath. But we're actually trying to be gentler than that. We're actually just trying to get the breath, just trying to get our attention to rest on the breath. And I feel like sometimes if you've ever tried to take care of someone who has the flu, who's like a very busy person, and then they're sick and you're like, no, just rest. I'll get the water, I'll get the soup, whatever. Just stay on the couch, just rest. And they're like, no, I just have to make this phone call. I just have to do this. I'm like, no, just rest. Just sit there. And that's what we're trying to get our mind to do. Our mind's going, no, I just have to think of this thing. Oh, no, I just have a to-do list. Oh, I just have to worry about the past real quick or think, the future. And like, no, just rest. Just rest. It's hard to do that because that's not our habit. And then when it's not our habit, we can get very frustrated with ourselves and it can feel like we're not doing a good job at meditation. And because we think we're supposed to be perfect meditators from the beginning. So one of the things that's important to remember when we're meditating is to let go of all expectations of our practice. We should let go of any ideas we have about our practice. We should let go of the desire for enlightenment. We're not trying to meditate to be enlightened in this moment. All we're trying to do is keep our attention on the breath. That's it. Not trying to be good meditators, not trying to get enlightened, not trying to have any particular outcome to the practice at all. Just resting the mind on the breath. Just letting go, just resting. Just resting. That's all. When we hold compassion for ourselves, when we're not able to focus, when we have strong emotions coming up, when we have fear or anger or sadness coming up during our practice, when we allow that to be and we don't resist it, we allow it to move through us, we accept ourselves for where we're at, that is a practice of, patience and equanimity and all of these good things that we're practicing when we do that. And if we can't be present with our own states of suffering, with our own mind, then how can we be compassionately present with the suffering states of others, right? So all of us have anger and fear and sadness and joy and all the emotions. All sentient beings have that. And so when we sit with that with ourselves, that strengthens our ability to sit with those states and others and meet them where they're at. So it's a very important practice. All right, so we're just going to do one last little sit to close. Practicing self-acceptance and resting. So I'll come back to our meditation posture with our straight spine and relaxed body. And gossamer thin attention on the breath. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. Okay. And then at the end of our class, we say these dedication prayers. This is on the back side of your handout. So we say these dedication prayers to seal in the blessing of our practice. The opening bookend of our practice is taking refuge. At least in the Mahayana tradition, opening part is taking refuge, which we do with saying that 7-line prayer, and establishing our compassionate intention. And the ending bookend is sealing in that intention, and sending our blessings to all beings. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice, and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly, I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. All right, well, thank you so much.